Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally. How are you? How are you? How are you? Sorry, we started a little late, just a little bit by a minute, I think. My husband couldn't find his phone, so yes, wife had to assist. But anyway, how are you all? I missed you. Yeah, I'm slacking just a little bit, slacking just a little bit, but still, let me just see because I did star one of the comments. Because this is exactly how I am feeling, Karen. When you said I'm still on a high from the 2024 ESPYs, yes, like even seeing the crazy hate that was coming out against Harry. I mean, it is what it is, 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 what it is. It's to be expected. We heard the speech. I'm going to try to find it to play it. Hopefully, most of you have heard it by now. And, I'm going to go through some pictures. I did share with oh, rest in peace to Dr. Ruth. For those of you who know Dr. Ruth, of a certain age group, you would know Dr. Ruth. Yes, she passed away. Um, anyway, let me get on to this. So just still going through. Elaine, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for 27 months of membership. You have been so awesome, as have all the long termers, as I call you all. So she says, so good to be here for a live chat. Yes. It's good to see you. Hopefully, all is well with you. And also, thank you for the love that you just dropped. I see you. I see you, Elaine. I see you. Okay. Let me do that really quickly. When I get to Squatty Corner, I'm going to acknowledge that love that you dropped on me. And, you know how I do for the streams. Okay. Because Kivia also dropped in the Cash App. So here we go. Uh, Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. As I do each and every Saturday, I read my favorite quote that I found on the Archewell.org site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. A little news that is outside of even the Sussex world, but hopefully all of you heard this, especially if this is your cell provider, that there was a major breach with AT&T, and it says nearly all of its cell customers' call and text records were exposed. I'm going to leave that there. If you use them as your provider and you've been sending some stuff across the airwaves there, okay. Woo! Just says this goes to show. Delete, screenshot, and delete. Oh, darn it! I hit my tea and it spilled a little bit. Darn, 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 darn. Okay, I can't. Today is just what the heck? Everything is just going bonkers right now. Let me just get this spill cleaned up, sticky as it will be. Lessened. Okay. Thankfully, it wasn't my entire cup because I'd have sat here and cried. World Central Kitchen, remember donations. I think Churchnella usually drops the link for them and maybe even Nightbot. I'm not even sure. But anyway, let me get through this stuff. So on Thursday, of course, trending on the X app was, these Princess Meghan, Invictus games, and Services Universal. So this was prior to the ESPYs even airing. So I did record, and thankfully I listened to that inner voice that said, turn your channel now, because with the recording, I knew if I happened to miss a piece, I thought they were going to have the Pat Tillman Award way at the back, towards the end. Oh no. I see flipped, and that was just as Serena had started her introduction, and I was like, "Oh my goodness." The rest is nothing but a flood of tears. But for those who didn't know, there were three awardees, the ESPYs. Serena was one of them. Not Serena. She was the presenter, a host really for the night. But Harry was a recipient of the Pat Tillman Award for service. Let's say that again, the Pat Tillman Award for service. To all the haters, crazies, derangers, whatever your problem is out there, for service. Anyway, the trash time's gonna be off the chain. All right. Anyway, I've been sitting here trying to find the audio. I'm not gonna waste the time because I probably won't find it in enough time. So, hopefully, you could probably find it if you didn't watch the ESPYs. It was a very powerful speech. He was kind to Pat Tillman's mom, who has not been kind to him, in her words that she said prior to the awards. But for all of those who were wondering why he received it, I just have to give kudos to ESPN and the Pat Tillman Foundation for the presentation that they do for all the honorees to give you a little history. And yeah, that told you why he was being honored and received the award that he received. So um, these are going to be some highlights. Harry, again, his speech was phenomenal. Uh, whether he wrote it, his wife wrote it, etc. Yeah, I've seen those tweets too. So he stood there and delivered it, but not as solo. Here, look at me. Some took exception, I'll just say, to him asking the three wounded warriors, I will call them, for staying up there with him, but he was accepting it as Invictus, and so they are part of Invictus, and he wanted them to be up there, etc. So, yeah, this is just some of the. Now, this gentleman's suit presented as gray in the different pictures, but in other pictures it was blue. So they truly were wearing red, white, and blue. I'm going to stand on that. The presenters. um, welcome to America, Harry. Anyway, let me keep on moving through the pictures because, yes, as I said, I didn't have it queued. The time I would have spent queuing, looking for the speech and having it ready, I was helping someone find their phone. All right. So Meghan was a vision. So wonderful that she was there with him. Um, which sends the derangers and crazies on another level of insanity, but I'm happy for them. I love it for them. Here is, and I love this picture. These are the three that actually, did the intro for Prince Harry and explained the importance. There wasn't too many dry eyes, I have to say. So this one, notice the security in the back. I'm just going to keep on moving. But yes, Meghan and Vision, here are the besties. And these were some of the highlights. And I shared some of these pictures with the channel members when I saw them um, as they were being released and them chatting it up. And I loved how Serena shaded the UK media. Oh, about sucking up them sucking up the air. She doesn't want. Oh, it was Serena was on point that night, and that little pink dress. Okay, all right, Serena, make us jealous. But here's the trio, the friends. I put besties plus one. This is what I called it. But then I saw this one. Look at the smiles. Harry's not one. You could see the nervousness on him prior to, and then once he was walking up those steps, and then, yeah, he even got choked up. It was just very a powerful moment. Some were asking when if you saw this picture, it didn't have the Getty Images mark on it, but Squaddies will find it for you and let you know. And this was a young woman who, you know, participated in. She's a happy little camper, so I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, she likes Meghan. Her. But Sadie Englehart, she is supposedly a track phenom, so just putting that's what it description when I saw it. So ESPN was doing their coverage, and they took this snippet of what Harry was saying. No matter the road ahead, we are here for you. We will leave no one behind. And that was important, and an importance for even the beginning of the Invictus games, which he is the founder. If he was not, he would not have been named the founder, and that family would have taken it by now. Anyway, Ireland Live covered it, and if I could find this tweet, I would and play it. I'll try to find it. Just saying, here's the full speech. After receiving U.S. accolade. Global is all I'm going to say. Global coverage was given. Okay, and now Kuja is cutting up, and I think gonna probably get sick on me. She was growling when the intro was playing, and now she is about to upchuck. Oh, lovely. I'm telling you. What a day. What a day. All right. Let me try to go to Ireland Live on this X app. Um, Bella, please. Please, no. Oh, God. They post a lot. Yeah, that's not going to work. Forget about it, y'all. Anyway, Jamaica Live also, and they put like they did a little synopsis. Thank you, Jamaica Live. Even in the midst of storm and, hurricane going through, and they were like, no, we're there for our Harry. And he was very respectful. I see that in that second paragraph, he respectfully acknowledged, although she objected to him receiving it, but it's for service. So they continued on, and that was a video that they played that was played prior to Harry taking the stage. So he had 10 years of service, 2 tours in Afghanistan, the Pat Tillman Award for Service. He founded the Invictus Games after witnessing the injured on a flight back home and knowing his own, invisible wounds that he dealt with, but knowing the very visible wounds others did, and the two combination, we love our Harry here. I don't know what this one's doing. Marie Claire covered, of course, speaking on Meghan's gown. Um, she did look absolutely radiant and beautiful and all that stuff. So I found this very interesting. I saw this on the app. I said, ooh, this must make quite a few haters upset. So Thursday's ratings, the ESPYs on ABC rise to largest total audience since 2019. Now, for all the haters out there that were not going to watch, and probably, I love that it was prime time, because you could have said, oh, I'm going to have, my subscription, which ESPN is part of a cable package, but yeah, largest audience. Ain't that something? So let me get into Squaddie Corner, and then I'm going to do pre-trash time. Baby the Ranger, Princess Sinky have been at it. And then we're going to, I'll get into the comments, then we'll get to trash time, and it might be a long one. Y'all just chill out and relax a little bit. Okay. So in Squatty Corner, first things first, the giving campaign. So hopefully a lot more, since a lot more new eyes are on Harry and the Invictus games, the campaign, our giving campaign from Squaddies will pick up, as well as even just the Invictus Foundation getting donations directly. But um, being that the hybrid games will be in Canada, this was the chosen foundation. The link is pinned. I think Church Nelly drops it. Um, I'm not sure if I set up Nightbot or not, but the link has been dropped. It's pinned. It's in the description. Plenty of ways. If you're not able to give, share it to your larger community. That way, if someone there wishes to, they can. Okay. Um, Let me keep on moving through. I'm going to get into pre-trash time. Now, let me say in pre-trash time, I'm going to have a side eye for all newbies that come along and want to jump into the fray with supporting Harry and Meghan. I did see a lot of new people, names and such, just saying how they knew of him, didn't really care for him, but after seeing what all that he's been doing, they're like a fan. So I'm just putting it out there that I side eye. I don't care if you have a YouTube channel or not, I'm side eyeing you just because we know how folks do. Um, Flip the script and all that fun stuff. But anyway, so I'm just glad it was prime time. That was really the reason why there was such a push to get him not either to pull out and not accept it, which is duh. Why would he do that? He had no part in them saying, "Hey, I mean, the haters always say that they pay for their awards." In the same breath, they'll say that they're broke. So, make it make sense. Anyway, pre-trash time, Baby Deranger. He wasn't supposed to show up, accept the award, or make such an inspiring speech. Now, some Americans are asking him to run for president. I've seen that. It's just not right. The second born not to be, isn't supposed to be the admired one. He's making our leftovers look stale. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. Now, I'm just going to leave that until we get to trash time. Let me keep on moving. Sinky got in the fray too. And I thought I pulled in the second one from Sinky. Oh, you know what I did? Hold on a second. Because Sinky was like, "Oh, Baby Deranger, you want to have a say? I got two on you." So, Princess Sinky said, not using names, but hashtag Sussex Squad. You know, you know. It is a point to ponder that a mother who lost her son under very suspicious circumstances would show no grace to a man who lost a mother under very suspicious circumstances. And the ponder face. Yeah, so it does make you wonder. It does make you wonder. And Stinky didn't stop there because you're going to see Maureen in Trash Time where he belongs. But Maureen is relying on the Sussex Squad to amplify Mumble's McButtons tomorrow. Our mute challenge holds. Pay them dust. We tweet Invictus games out. Love tomorrow. There. So, yes, there's this big to do. I'm just going to behave myself because I can feel it coming on and I know I need to wait until. Oh, and let me do that because I see what I did. Hold on a second. Let me go back up to in the squatty corner. Let me come up. So Kivia dropped the Cash App. Thank you, Kivia. Maybe return unto you 1,000 million times over. Let me come into comments because I did see, whoa, y'all have been busy. Whew, my goodness. Thank y'all. So, Elaine Parker, thank you for the super sticker. Jennifer Clark, thank you for the super sticker. Rapiella, grazie, grazie for the super sticker. And then Sonia, thank you for the super chat. All right. For the 5 of you, may it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Let me go get my music. I have to get in the right spot, then jump back to the comment area. All right, here we go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Ooh, I was able to get through that one. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all. Can you believe I hit my T again? Jesus. Oh my gosh. Whew, I just have to laugh. Just have to laugh at myself, too animated. Let me sip this. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let me close this out. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you. Let me come up in comments a little bit. Yes, prayers to everyone in Jamaica and Houston and everywhere else that was in the path of Burl. My cousin late yesterday sent me a text to say power might be on by the end of the day. And then I didn't hear back from her, which is fine because if she has to sit in her car to charge her phone, yeah, save the juice for important stuff, but I'll reach out to her. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Hey, Nora, the stock has explored 1988 champions. How are you? All right, so let me see, let me see, let me see. What time did I start the stream? Okay. Hey, Helene, how are you? My boss is here. Mrs. S, how are you? She's saying good morning. Via Speaks, good morning. Family just saying a quick hello. Today is shower day, so I'm knee deep in it. Oh, okay. Have fun. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Uh-uh. Rafaela was given an update. Hey, Lottie, by the way, I'm still in a cast. 15 days. Oh, well, don't rush things. Don't rush things. Don't rush things. So Joyce is saying Harry and Meghan being at the SB Awards were a ratings bonanza. Though nobody was sure she would be there, but yes, it was a ratings bonanza because we all. I'm just glad I recorded it and that whole thing. So this is the light in Harry that the Unroyals wanted to keep under control. That's why their song Harry and Meghan was "This Little Light of Mine" meant so much. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ian, why do the Rangers behave as though Harry is an idiot? The man passed the tough Apache helicopter pilot training. Wish they would go and check how many people passed that training. Ian, because they're just that deranged. They believe that, you know, Invictus games should still be under those others and that Harry has taken it from them, which common goddamn sense would tell you that that's not even possible. We know how crazy they are. We know that they would have, when they were breaking away from their prisoners, aka the royal family, aka even though it is Harry's family, that they would have kept it. But, when they split, it was the smartest move. Before they actually left, they had split away from the foundation. And yeah, that was part of Harry put his foot in it and up their behinds because I know they were going to try to. Invictus Games wouldn't even be where it is right now if it had been left to the other brother who thinks just because he has a title and can ride on a scooter that he is, Mr. Important. He's going to be king one day. Yeah. I think he's going to be a tyrant. I don't know why he thinks it's, 1200, the year 1200, but he seems to believe that. So, anyway, craziness. He's cuckoo, and we're going to get just as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as he can. But, try us and see just how crazy we can be in a good way, in a very, very good way. Let me see. Hey, Grace, how are you? Good to see you. She says, "Hey, everybody, it's Saturday. That means it's time to put out the trash from Thursday." And here's your host with the most, VS Speaks Royally. You are too funny. Maybe I need to have AI do a voiceover for that. That would be funny. Oh, you fell and broke your arm. Good Lord, Rafaela, my gosh. Um, Lotta, yes. Megan is so tiny. She is. Height as well as stature. Yes, she's a tiny one. And yes. Mina says the speech he made was so sweet. It was gracious, it was powerful, and it said all that it needed to say. Yeah, it was one of those that just hit just right. You'll know I'm gonna still try to find it. Marshar is saying Harry showed class and dignity in what he said directly to Mary Tillman in his speech. It's as though he recognized her confusion and hurt in her bitter words to him. Pat died in the same war H fought in. Exactly. I mean, yeah, let me move on because I'm gonna be gracious myself and just kind of move on, even though we're not in trash time, but I'm gonna move on. Um Go ahead, Sonia. His Royal Highness Prince freaking Harry, the global prince. Yeah, basically. A lot of people were watching, as we saw ratings were. It was on at prime time, and them having that award up initially, just yeah, that was just thank goodness, because I really was like, oh y'all, please don't have this at the end. Um, Joan, I see what you did there. I love how more of the world sees that Harry is a polished statesman. Yes. Woo! The games that are going to be played. Little Mac, according to the UK YouTuber, the speech has 3 million views as of yesterday. So, what the British media meant for evil, God used to promote the IG and to give Harry a worldwide audience. Exactly. That is just a YouTube um, views. The global audience, like just TV, yeah. And I know it was rough for some of you, being that the time that it came on, even here on the East Coast. So yeah. Hello, Lilac. How are you? Hello, Shirley. Hey, Tier. Sussex Love. I said hello to you earlier. I'm just scrolling through. Um, T Mac, what's going on? Vera, we're going to be nice to the mom. We're just going to be nice. I would say, go into the mute mode. So, yeah. So, I'm Shirley saying largest since 2019. Yep. 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 All right. Grace is saying the British media disappears for 48 hours, then come out full blast calling the ESPYs the retail awards. Jealous much? Yeah. That's something I'm going to be discussing in Trash Time coming up. Yes, yes, yes. Because yes, yes, yes. They were real silent. I have most of them blocked. So I had to go in and look at timelines and see. Mhm. And then um, just so you know, the troll with the initials AL was getting eaten alive under her timeline. I mean, that's engagement. I just was reading some of the comments that were not just squatties. Woo, my gosh. Okay, she deserves it. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, controversial cruising. How are you? Well, Vera, I don't think she tarnished it. Not tarnished at all. The award. Yeah, she may have tried. Why would she try to? Why would she tarnish an award that has her son's name? But I'm gonna leave her alone because yeah, that's the best bet. Hmm. Let me recenter myself. Uh, Let me see. Denise is saying our Duchess, Princess Meghan, is the brain behind this beautiful speech. Prince Harry is very lucky to have an intelligent woman like our Duchess Meghan. Um, Harry's got the brains too, and we'll never know if she really had any part in it. Let me see. I give him all credit until such time. I mean, the book, The Spare. Yes. Okay. I'm just saying. Moving on. Um, I'm gonna say e-lifestyle because I'll mess it up. Hello to you. How are you? Lorna is saying yes. Squatties are a tight group. You have to walk the plank before you are accepted. Sorry, but time reveals all that part. That part. Some jump on the bandwagon, get the support, get the accolades, and then suddenly they take off their capes and reveal their ugly, dark selves. You know, I don't know if I have that screenshot or not. Um, Benjamin, how are you? Harry's speech was kick ass. He took it out the park. Yes, he did. Um, hey, Rosalind, how are you? Good to see you. It was just, yeah, I'm going to be the bad one that doesn't have it and didn't play it and all that other stuff. Church Nelly, hello to all in the live chat having some pain, mostly in the clouds. Oh, Church Nelly, I pray that your pain goes away. Mm. Faith, now Kate is going to come out of her cage. I'm gonna hold that one for you or whatever. Whew. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Kim is saying at least they get awards that are established. Daddy didn't make them up, have little insignificant medals forged, and pass them out only to undeserving family members. Ooh, Kim, tell us how you really feel. Woo. Okay. Lottie, thank you, thank you, thank you for the love. Maybe return unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Let me play my little song, then we're gonna get to trash time. All right. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let me go here. All right. I'll read another. Marshall says ABCS, we received the highest record-breaking ratings ever. I bet they knew the ratings would be high, but not this high. Only President Biden's press conference was higher. Serena, Harry, and Meghan were in good company. Very much so. Very, 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 very much so. Let me just say, because I feel some kind of way. Feel like I'm lacking in some way. Um. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum, and I have to be mindful of where I might pull this from so I don't get zapped by whomever feels like messing with you. Come on. All right, this is a few minutes, but let me mute for a moment. Hold on. I found it. Okay, so I'm going to play it for you all, preferably. Fair use. Don't want to get zapped, but I can mute it out if I have to. Let me come up here. I'm going to go here. Put this up. Come here. Take this. And okay. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it.
Come back. Come back. You guys got to stay here for me. Thank you, Elizabeth, Israel, and Kirsty. Stay here. You need to be with me. I'd like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to everyone at the Pat Tillman Foundation, led by Marie Tillman Shenton, who I'm so honored is here tonight. I'd also like to acknowledge the Tillman family, especially Mrs. Mary Tillman, Pat's mother. Her advocacy for Pat's legacy is deeply personal and one that I respect. The bond between a mother and son is eternal and transcends even the greatest losses. The truth is, I stand here not as Prince Harry Pat Tillman Award recipient, but rather a voice on behalf of the Invictus Games Foundation and the thousands of veterans and service personnel from over 20 nations who have made the Invictus Games a reality. This award belongs to them, not to me. That said, it is of great importance to me to highlight these allies, athletes, and their amazing families for their achievements, their spirit, and their courage at every opportunity, especially on nights like this, in front of people like you. Moments like these help us reach those that need Invictus most and reduce more than 20 veterans a day taking their own lives in this country alone. For those who may not know, Invictus comes from Latin, meaning undefeated or unconquerable. Nelson Mandela credited the poem of the same name, written by the poet William Ernest Henley, for giving him the strength to endure nearly 30 years of imprisonment. Like that poem, the spirit of the Invictus Games transcends race, time, and borders. It is born from unity and exudes purpose. This year, we're celebrating 10 years of witnessing life-changing impact and healing through sport. And while so much progress has been made since those first games, the world outside seems to be in an even more precarious state. We live in an age marked by polarization and division. Conflicts rage around the globe. Anger and resentment towards those who are different seem to pervade societies everywhere. Our community challenges that. Our community proves that unity is not just possible, but formidable. The beauty of the Invictus Games lies in how it brings people together, no matter one's nationality, background, or personal struggles. It is a collective built from courage and mutual respect, where athletes discover time and time again the common denominator of their humanity. Having survived the crucible of armed combat and forged through the challenge to rebuild bodies and minds impacted by conflict, they form a family. They exemplify the very best in all of us. There is a military expression that dates back to Roman times. I'll spare you another Latin lesson. But the phrases translate roughly to leave no one behind. And they hold particular significance for the US Army's Rangers. And I have no doubt Pat Tillman and his comrades lived by those words. So, it is fitting that I end with them and make a promise on behalf of all of us at the Invictus Games Foundation. No matter the road ahead, we are here for you. We will leave no one behind. Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Even hearing it again, yeah, it's just It's phenomenal. And then just to read some of the crazy hate is it's like what the hell is wrong with people? But anyway, I wanted to. I'm glad I did have that. Yeah, standing ovation for real, for real, for real. Okay. Let me take that for a moment. Come up here, put that. There we go. So it just is fitting that as we finish that, I'm just going to scan the chat a little bit. I was looking at it while the speech was going. Um, Tiger, I agree with you. It's just one of the best. So for those who didn't have an opportunity to hear it, now you've heard it. It takes some time, soak it in, and yeah. Uh, Lottie, hope you have a good afternoon. I know people are busy and doing a lot of different stuff. So, um, T Mac, you're too funny. Speech, speech, speech. Cookies and cream, yes, it's a beautiful and passionate speech. Kim says such power in his words, yet. And he, you can hear the nervousness, especially the emotion when he first got up there. We all know the spotlight is just not his thing. So, as much as others say differently, Alicia, very moving. It really was. It really, really was. Tears says powerful and emotional speech from Prince Harry. Yes. I almost was going to be shady, but I'm going to behave myself. Okay, Marshall said Harry's acceptance speech was so profound. I bet speech writing classes are analyzing it to tell the meaning and significance of every word and sentence used. I love doing that in college because I love words. Yes, you know how they taught us back in the day. I'm just saying. So Brenda, great speech. Marvin, goosebumps all over, so timely. Very much so. Very, very much so. I literally was was standing in the middle of the living room with the volume up. Firstly, so thankful that I turned the TV channel right at the right moment and saw it, although I was recording. But it was something to behold. So Shirley said, and when he mentioned Nelson Mandela, oh my God, amazing. Yes. Sussex Love, the speech was pitch perfect. Love that he kept the veterans on stage with him, and I'm glad the world could see Harry's huge heart, devotion to his veterans, and the way he carries on his mama, yeah, Diana. So, y'all, trash time is not gonna be, yeah, y'all gonna be heated, but it's okay. That's what it is. Trash time. Lady T, good King Harry, that part, yes. Carol, it makes you want to cry. It does. Squatties feel a little bit differently, I'll just say that. But um, there was this one picture, and I'm just going to put it up. Let me be sure I get the right one because I didn't notice it until I want to say it's this one, but it might be another one. And did I take it out? I probably did. That shows it was actually tears on Megan's face when one of these close-ups that they have, and I probably was like, "Oh, this is a duplicate," and I deleted it as I was setting up the different pictures. But if you've seen any of the close-ups of her during his speech when she was, yeah, and that got me. Um, it's 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 something to be said. Um, how a group of people can see it so differently and with such vitriol, and then the rest of the world sees it in the meaning of what it was given. So it's mind blowing to me. Hey, Hattie. Harry has a lot of respect for Nelson Mandela. Yes. Let's see. Gwen, Harry wears his heart on his sleeve. He does. He really does. Paul says that speech was presidential. Our hero, yes. And there have been people that have, they were like, can we just circumvent Constitution and just elect him, put him on the ballot? But, there's a lot going on, as we know, here in the U.S. Jones says, I keep hearing the British tabloids trying to say Americans don't care for Prince Harry. They can say what they wish, but yours. Mm-mm. We know differently. There's going to be some that don't care. A lot more have come to know him. I'll just say that. We probably have all heard it and seen it. A lot more people have um, sat up and said, "Oh, Prince Harry, wait a minute. All that stuff they were saying about you, wait a minute, this doesn't even sound like the same person," and now are starting to really look into all that he's involved in. And that is a wonderful thing. So, haters, F off. Let me see. How to yes, Megan had tears in her eyes. She did. T Mac Harry, you can't touch this. There you go. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Lean Miss VS, Prince Harry's speech is on point, and what the UK media and the Soil Royals is wondering about the upcoming interview on ITV. Yes, I had that in trash time given the channel and all that, but yeah, Harry yeah, he's gonna there's an interview that he did, a sit down, and because it was Rhoda, you know, that's a channel that Chip Chips, yeah, is part of. So anyway, let me move on through this. Little Mac is saying he made references to history, Mandela, poetry, and Latin, proof positive that the label put on him by that family was all to make Sway Sway look smart and important. Exactly. And we know that Harry has brains. Mhm. Alicia, yes, that's true. Mean people suck. Hey, let's see, Joan. They can't handle the truth. That's so true. Let me see. Marshar is saying because Pat Tillman Foundation SPs honored Harry, I know as good God is, the Invictus Games will gain more funding. Boom. And countries wanting to be part of it. Boom, boom. Yes, Harry's legacy has been sealed. That right there. Um, and as I said, in response to a tweet that Tina had put out under the Sister Squad podcast, and I love that the haters, and I hope they fight the air. Basically, because she used to always say that. Be mad, fight the air. I don't, I love it for them. Tia says yes. Megan was emotional. She's her husband's biggest supporter, cheerleader. Yes, they are for each other. Um, mm. Can you imagine the opening speech for this upcoming Invictus Games, please? Oh my. Oh, what is this? Shirley says more than 3,000 people in the Dolby given a standing ovation. Yes, shows that America loves the Sussexes. Yes. And in fact, there was a video clip that I saw as they were leaving out of the auditorium that a hater was sharing because they're like, look, they won't even sit there for everybody's. They do have young children. Um, so they went in the back. That think that's where all the other pictures were taken, and I love it. So anyway, people are going to say what they're going to say, but Kim says, Helen, anytime Harry has an interview coming out on TV, the rolls are scared. Ishlet. I'm thrilled that they get to sweat it out for another 2 weeks. The only thing is, Kim, because it's on ITV, I guarantee they know what was asked and what was said. There's no doubt in my mind that ITV didn't turn over that. No doubt at all in my mind. Sonia, Prince Harry is capable to write his own speech. I've had to write a few letters to prime ministers and others and always send it to a friend to check. That's what couples do. Meghan would do that. Right. His words, yeah. Ugh, I give him all the credit anyway. Um, Marvin, has anyone noticed how young and smooth Meghan's face looks? Marvin, I'm not gonna mess with you right now. Ian, any squatties going to Vancouver? Good question. Hopefully, and I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there really will be, but Lord knows well, you never know. Things may come about and that windfall lottery. jackpot hits, I would be there, yes, because I need someone. I can't take the circus with me, and the circus being Penelope and Kuja. Mm. All right, let me get on in. Yeah, she does. Joan says Marvin. And without her makeup, Megan looks like a teenager. Melanin. It's all in the melanin. Someone had to disappear for 6 months to try to look like she's younger. Okay. I feel it. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Um, did I got through everything I think with pre-trash time, and we pretty much have been in it, but I'm gonna get to it. Here we
It's your
go.
favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time.
So there was a comment made earlier about, Harry and serving at the time that Pat Tillman did um, in the Afghanistan war. So in 2018, this article came out. Again, the Pat Tillman Award for Service. I just need people to keep remembering that. Okay, here's this article that I'm sure they'll try to scrub off their site, but thanks to the Sussex Squad receipt vault. Here it is. Prince Harry sprayed the Taliban with bullets while co-piloting a helicopter that rescued American soldiers in Afghanistan. Mhm. Again, the Pat Tillman Award for Service. Um, I'm skipping over even what. Now, this football player who's become known as, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, that's what he's known as. Like, if you Travis swerves chance to meet Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, of course, after the who cares? I'm sure they're glad they didn't have to meet him either. Moving on. That is such a childish headline, but that's why it's in trash time. And you know, are you trying to say there's allegiance to, big head sway sway? Hmm. Then I'll have to question Travis because we know there's a certain allegiance that the pegger likes. Take a sip of my tea. All right. Warning, this is the Rhoda corner coming up. I didn't put them in the Rangers, but some responses. Yeah, anyway. Um, can't have show the ESPYs without, the crazies like losing their minds. So, Maureen was shown, Princess Sinky went after. But, they have to use their, ooh, look at this. So the whole, did Prince Harry put money before service? Like, what the F are you talking about? Y'all come up with the craziest BS ever, ever. He served 10 years, 2 tours, but anything because, woo, can't have awards. Anyway, warning, warning, the troll with the initials AL is coming up. So, quiet the day after. So, the day of the awards, most of them were asleep. So, you see July 12th, most of them were asleep, but this person, let me get it together, happened to be up or whatever. So, Harry being hypocritical again? Mary, the mother of American hero Pat Tillman, did not want Harry to take the Remembrance Award. She felt he wasn't honorable like her son. H said the bond between mother and transcends even the greatest loss. Okay, she lost a few words there, but hangs on to the award. Um, AL, you were dragged for filth under this, which, hey, to those that did it, great. All right. Well deserving. But no hypocrite. That's another reason I wanted to play the speech before we got to trash time, and I'm glad I was able to find it to play it for you. Um, his mother can have her own personal opinion, and that's what that may be, a personal opinion. Now, if she happened to watch, she saw why he received it, and he is as honorable as her son. Okay. Um, mm, whew, so much I could say. I'm going to move on. I've never heard of this, but this was a response. Whew, my gosh, speech likely was prepared by his wife, and we've heard this already in the chat, who only plagiarizes as it's proven many times, which is not true because if you don't say that I wrote this, then you're not plagiarizing. To recite other work does not mean that you're plagiarizing it. Anyway, that quote is taken. We need to check his full speech as likely all is plagiarized. And then they put a mother's love for her son is a bond that cannot be broken. It is a love that transcends time and space. Did he not say? Okay. They really need to listen to the speech. Some of them were dragged. Some of these responses under this dragged for filth. So as you can see where these responses are coming in, um, this one at the bottom, the media and journalists like you write what they do in the misguided belief that they are defending the British royal family. They are not. They will destroy it through immature pettiness on a grand scale. More money in the bank for you, more petty, peddled hate. Do something positive. I was like, woo, boom, get that troll, get her. Here's another one, no name, don't know him, just saw him under, and he was at the bottom, way where they do other suggested. Yeah, this is where this one is trying to make a name. I'm not even gonna mention the name. Another Hollywood night, another award for Prince Harry. He quote respects end quote U.S. war heroes mother Mary Tillman, but disrespects her belief that the British royal doesn't deserve this honor named after her late great son, Pat. How dare you, Harry? And when did he say that she doesn't, that he deserves? He took it and accepted it, but in the voice of and in the name of the Invictus games. It's not, you know, the solo dolo would look at me and I did all this great stuff, but of course, you see the article from what he shared and moving right along. Another no name, people again trying to. Now, Robert Griffin the third, those of you who are football fans, you know who he is. He said a very powerful, you know, this person took a chance. They got dragged for filth. Let me just say that. So Robert Griffin III said Prince Harry's acceptance speech for the Pat Tillman Award for service is worth 5 minutes of your time. There is no doubt that he is worthy of this award, and no doubt that what he is doing, and he continued through that. So then this no name had reposted and said, Royals give out awards, not collect them. It's called class. Well, true. The dragging ensued on this one here. Just name the awards. They make up awards. They do this, they do that, and that's class to make up and pin yourself with, some fake crap is the paraphrasing. Yeah. So again, they're out there in full force. They just can't handle a speech that was about not even 5 minutes in total, and it has driven folks batty. So I'm going to give a heads up to any of the Rangers, trolls, whomever. If you drop a comment, thanks for the engagement. Because if you listen to this because you leaving a comment you would have had to, or you just went by the thumbnail again. Thanks for the engagement, you crazy. In the words of my boss, mother, father. Okay, here we go. This is also another no name. Now, you heard the speech. All right. I found Harry's ESPY Award speech to be passive aggressive when he mentioned Mary Tillman. She doesn't need your understanding, Harry. Better to respect her wishes. It reminded me of the service shade they threw at Queen Elizabeth. Not true. But service is universal. It ain't just with those royals. If people are waiting on them royals to do some service, Jill, please. So I'm not standing here as Prince Harry accepting this award. Yep, you were, has a unique combo of sulky mixed with arrogant. Like I said, not even 5 minutes, but just to find the hate, trying to, and they didn't have great numbers, but it's just, yeah, now. Hmm. You know, the Woody Woot, the worm, would not be undefeated if he didn't say something. Now, they were quiet and not even giving it 24 hours. I guess once they woke up and realized the smashing success, they were like, what? But Woody Woot has gotten in bed with, well, I'm not going to say literally, but figuratively, with a certain someone that you'll notice on in the next screenshot. So Woody Woot, he has his YouTube channel. Anyway, Prince Harry accepted the Pat Tillman Award at the ESPYs against the express wishes of the late American war hero's own mother. And even he had the cheek to refer to her in his acceptance speech. The Duke truly has no shame. No wonder Venus Williams stayed in her seat. One thing has nothing to do with the other. So get over yourselves. Not everybody stands after the speech, standing ovation. Going up to the stage is one thing altogether. So stop it. Stop it, Woody Woot. Now, here we go. Piggish. Prince Harry Pat Tillman Award speech was selfish and narcissistic, says Meghan's sister. Mhm. Half sister, put half sister, who was 17 years older. Someone put this too. 17 years older. Why don't she have something to say? Ask her about raising her children that she didn't raise. Forget asking anything else. Who cares of what she says? All right. But those two make very strange but perfect bedfellows. Mhm. So this ITV interview, he's going to appear. I'll show it. The date is coming up in Chipper's screenshot, but this was all the different headlines that I took. I was like, what the world? It's about phone hacking. So, royal family really shouldn't have anything to worry about. We know you probably took money and hush money to, not sue. And you were like, oh, okay, take our phone record. Obviously, when Tampon Gate came out, Charles telling his now wife that he wanted, who was his mistress at the time, one of his many, allegedly, from what we all read and hear, that he wanted to be her sanitary product. Obviously, somebody was hacking phones. That's just obvious. So, mark your calendars if you're going to watch. I probably won't give them any airtime, but ITV is more in the UK, so July 25th, 9 p.m. Yes. Tabloids on Trial is what they're calling it. Hugh Grant, Charlotte Church, and then Paul G. I'll say also speak in this documentary. Of course, the comments under this were, "Oh, here he goes. I thought he didn't want any publicity," and someone chin checked that person like. Notice who put the information out. Harry hasn't said a word about it. Yeah, because he's not the primary. There's other people involved, but without his name, they will get no viewing time. Anyway, the absent lady. Let me just take down. So she must have released a message for Andy Murray. After given to him or read to him. I don't know. After Wimbledon, blah blah blah. I'm gathering she's going to show up tomorrow. I don't know. Since Serena's not playing, I really don't two hoots. Um, but I wouldn't watch it anyway, just from the standpoint of they think we're all out there trying to watch and see her. No. So yes. Now it's amazing that Meghan can't do all these things, but the absent lady's parents who are not royals sitting in the royal box without a royal there. I'm just putting that together for you all. And then, of course, oh, look, 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 you know, the Tendals show up. Mhm. Whew, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. So, Mr. Jubilant Sway Sway was all just, he wasn't acting too dignified. He was, I saw one picture with him fist bumping and everything else, just acting cray cray. But hey, he's happy about it. Congrats, I guess. I don't watch football like that, so I know it wasn't a women's team because he would not have been there. I need someone to explain to me if I'm reading too much into these next two screenshots because the headline threw me and I was like, what are y'all trying to do? What's about to take place? So I saw this Prince George set to be separated from Prince William and Princess Charlotte as royal ban looms. And I was like, what royal ban? First of all, they're kids. So knowing one is the heir to be, in a sense, he's the spare. But you're going to separate him from his father. I was like, what? I'm side eyeing all these headlines. But then another one, and I guess they cleaned it up because let me take my banner down. I guess they got it right. So Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis could move to London under royal plans. What about absent lady? Like, what are these two? What are they saying with these two different headlines? Like, he's going to be separated, and then these two are going to move to London. Is absent lady moving to London? That doesn't make sense. Okay, somebody explain. Elaine Parker, if you're still in the chat, I'll look for your wisdom since you live in that country. Because, my lordy be. Mm. Um, this one made me chuckle. I had a couple people reach out. Listen, Prince William, let me take down the banner for just a second so you can see. U.S. reporting, although it is under the Murdochian empire. Okay. Prince William put, quote, absolute banned, end quote, on Prince Harry's return to royal family, per expert. Mhm. There is no danger in Harry going back to that family. No matter what may happen in his life, he's going to be an old, happily married man, and he ain't going back. No, again, if something were to happen, he still wouldn't go back. He does have a life in California, like a job, family, all that. This one here, I'm sure he'll be out and about shortly because the ESPYs are really taking them over the edge. This is his future balcony. Rah rah shishkamba. All right. Whenever they talk about H&M selling access, no, it's this one that does that a lot. Sarah Ferguson shares final message she received from the late Queen Elizabeth. Now we know Queen Elizabeth wouldn't have said these words, but we would have hoped the message was like, get out, bitch. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Maybe it's just me. Woo! All right. So make this make sense. Here's Maureen cutting up again. Like all of us, the Sussex squad, put it in quotes, are feverishly awaiting the Princess of Wales' possible Wimbledon comeback, but for a very different reason. Nobody's going to read your effing article, but no, Sussex squad is not feverishly awaiting her return. She'll show up. Okay, rah rah shish kamba. She likes tennis. We know that. She always shows up. She wants to hand out trophies. Rah rah shish kamba. Hmm. So she can flash that bad juju engagement ring that she has on her hand that means absolutely nothing to the person that gave it to her. But all right, let me sip some of my tea. Um, Everyone, please participate if you're in the chat, even if you're in the clouds and you're a crazy one. Of course, you have to be subscribed for at least 5 to 10 minutes, I think, before you can put a comment. Please explain what this screenshot means, because the only reason why I notice it is because of our faves. And I had to look back because I was like, and of course, it's like, and here you are, the edit. Hope you like, but we know that the original picture is from Prince Archie's christening, which would have only had, well, they they cleared out everyone else that was in the picture, but there was one with Harry and Meghan, and all the others, and now they put them on a different couch and added the others' children and all that. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, that doctor picture, that Frankenstein picture that was put out by KP. Yeah, not a laughing matter, but don't play when it comes to our faves. I'm just saying. All right. Let me come on over. Lady in Black is busy, busy, busy. Her list is growing, growing, growing. I'm loving it that the crazies are losing it over a just under 5 minute speech that was given from the heart of someone who was well deserving of the award that he received. But um, as you all know, for me, when it comes to all of the crazies and that family in the UK, my middle finger energy is up and stuck and will be. Oh, and Leo season is coming. Okay, let me get back up here. Gonna jump back in the comments, see what you all have been chatting about, and all that fun stuff. Let me just see. Ooh, I have a whole lot of comments over here. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, look at Joan and Alan. Oh goodness. Let me hold on. Let me hold on to my hat here. Okay, let me move my tea. I've already knocked it around several times instead of drinking it. Joan is saying if trolls and haters were honest and not treacherous, they they'd read Harry and Meghan news on websites archewell.org and sussex.com. Squaddies know they're dishonest. That's that part. I think a lot more. So, those of us within Squad with social media accounts, it's our responsibility now just to share archewell.org and sussex.com. And as those games are approaching, really get the words, share the Invictus Foundation. Yes, drown out the crazy hate. Because there are a lot of eyes. Now, thank you, Joan, for your love that you've dropped on me. Maybe returned to you 1,000,000,000 times over. Alan, same. Look at here. Wee Willie was happy they won because that meant he had a reason to go into the locker room. Alan, thank you for the love you've dropped on me. Maybe returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm gonna play the music for you too. I'm not fooling with you, Alan. Okay. Y'all know I'm never in the right spot on this side. One day when y'all become content creators, you will understand what StreamYard. Okay, here we go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. So to you all, let me just check my phone, make sure nobody hit me on the Cash App that I did not see. Nope, just Kiwi. I've acknowledged her. Let me give my acknowledgement that I normally do. There goes the heart. Okay. And Hattie pops in at the back end of this as I'm chatting away. Hattie, I love you. Thank you for the super chat. For one thing, maybe returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm going to read your message. They are losing it, not because the speech was a success, but because their little plan backfired and they see how successful and loved Harry and Meghan is. Yes, that part. What they meant for bad got turned around. I keep telling them leave them alone because the ancestors aren't playing. Here we go.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me.
Mwah. Again, thank you. Yes, that part. Um, Let me look at this really quickly. Okay, let me come back over to comments. Just had to get into Minsky, how are you? I'm gonna pick a spot, work my way through, hang out with y'all a little. Some of these comments as I'm scrolling through. Ooh wee. Mm. Let me see. I know I'm gonna miss a lot. Grace, Kate should get a refund, Lord. Some think that she's, running stuff over there. I'm like, what dreamland are you living in? It's about the crown, only the crown, and they'll protect the future king should the monarchy last that long at all costs. Mm. Cookies and cream. The unroyal family unsuccessfully tried everything to sabotage Harry from receiving the award. The only thing they succeeded in doing is promoting Invictus game and the ESPYs with their clownery. That part, free PR. They seem to do it. It's never in the manner in which they want. Um, I don't know why they didn't take the hint and just shut stuff down when um, ESPN came out and corrected the record and said that, you know, the Tillman Foundation um, is the decision makers. And yeah, the mom has never been a decision maker. Therefore, let's move on. Okay. Harry's very deserving of the award as a squaddie. I've said that from the beginning, but everyone got to see that we're not aware of that. So, and so the woman that they, when he was thanking Pat Tillman's um, wife at the time of his passing, but she has now married again. So, it's just, phew, sure. That's who they went to when they showed that. I don't even think the mom was there. I don't know if she's ever been there. Uh, Gwen, I'm damn tired of Taylor Swift and the boyfriend. Yeah, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. I thought that was just, yeah, that was just kind of odd. Like, oh, he didn't want to meet him. Oh well, there's others that did. I'm sorry, but Robert Griffin the third's comment really spoke volumes. So, Tiger. What is with rugby and NFL lugs? You're not important, Travis. No one wants to meet you. Least of all, Harry and Meghan. Go chase your ball. Woo! My goodness. Go chase, the girlfriend who one day you're going to be in a song, sir. Just if you didn't know her history, one day you're going to be in a song. You're going to be famous beyond words. Woo! All I'm gonna say. Okay. Let me see. All right. So Sonia is saying, Marvin, are you saying there is no facelift happening here and Princess Meghan still looks like a goddess? Of course. I answered for him. I'm sure he did answer. Little Mac, didn't Travis and his brother on their podcast say we are American, we don't do monarchy? So the headline is just dumb. I mean, they did meet Sway Sway. I was just going to say another name, Sway Sway. And the kids at, after the concert, I guess it was. But that's funny that he said he don't do monarchy. So you having a picture taken with monarchy, because that's the heir to the throne. But anyway, whatever. T Mac, did Chucky receive money for favors? Just asking for a friend. Woo, T Mac. Why do you ask questions when you know the answer? Mhm. Woo, tear. Who the hell cares about Travis? TS's purse carrier, yeah, basically. Whew, Black Queen, how are you? Shut up, you old incoherent beat down bat. You must be talking about the troll, AL. Yeah. Oh gosh, let me I can see now these comments are going to be off the chain. Little Mac, what does AL know about mother relationship? Didn't her mother call her a devil? And also like to hit that bottle. Just Lorna, Willie Leaks had a speech on July 11th for the anniversary of his homeless project, even though it was founded on June 26, 2023, according to the Royal Foundation. Gee, Willikers, you talk about pathetic. So he had to just do a speech. Mind you, with the time differences, his was so far out before the ESPYs even aired. So, how'd that go for you? Because, yeah, I'm just saying, how'd that go for you? Sorry, I had to take a swallow of the tea. Whew, Lady T, that troll is salty because she don't know about the mother child bond broken batch. Yeah, so I knew y'all were gonna love seeing her. Trash time, yes sir. Black Queen, they are so mad that Harry and Meghan are not mumbling dances. Yeah, they should have known the moment Meghan spoke to them that she was not a mumbling dunce. Then they tried to break her, tell her to be 50% of herself so that the others would look better. Absent lady will never be, but absent. Okay. Let me see. Tier says Little Mac, they had to rephrase their words and praise Willie and his children. Okay. And I'm glad I saw his response back. So right, Sonia. No knife or knives on that face, just yoga, Megan, Megan, Megan. And good love. Okay. No need for further comment. Woo! All right, Hattie. The royal family could care less about these people. They think they are defending the royal family. They make the royal family look bad, but okay. Now I know some squaddies can get into it, but yeah. Black Queen, what an asinine buffoon. Woo, my goodness. This part, Raphael, I have no sympathy for Tyndall and Taylor. Yeah, none whatsoever. None. Oh, and let me take this off. So I've seen the screenshots of, you know, Princess Royal on since I guess she had a fall. Is that what happened to her? Y'all can tell me in the comments. I'll see it when I get towards the bottom, but she has no recollection of what happened to her. Sure. Didn't he say he was trying to evict her? I'm gonna move on. And you know who the he is. Let's see. Mr. Eviction Man. Mr. Eviction Man. Mr. Eviction Man. Grace is saying the Royals collect cash for awards. It's called fraud. Woo, like whoosh. This part I didn't scroll down any further to see if someone did call them on that, but people were like, name the awards that they, anyway, they hand out. Lady T. So Peggers needs to give back his bogus BAFTA. That right there. T Mac, yes. That no name was dragged and told the same thing, that the unroyals give themselves titles and awards, and asked him, does he consider that class? Because it's really classless. But, hey, they run around and do what they want. Hi, praying auntie. How are you? Black Queen, speak on it. Yes. My gosh. Antoinette. VS, didn't Willie Leaks give himself what? Oh, okay. She finished it here, a BAFTA award, because where I could have went with it. And or some of you in the chat, but we're gonna behave. We're gonna behave. Yes, we're gonna behave. um, he would say he did not, but if you're the patron, make this make sense. If you're the patron of the BAFTAs and a project that you're allegedly involved in, we know they stuck your name on it, gets nominated and wins, I mean, that's kind of, should you not no longer be the patron, or you shouldn't show up to even accept it? Anyway, that's just some random thoughts. Annie B, how are you? And I have not gotten an update on Anna E, so I do have to look and see if I can find out some information. Annie B says, I got it. The Derangers are hearing what they want to hear instead of listening and understanding what is being said. They spew out the vilest. Yes. So, if they even listened at all. Some probably are going by headlines of others. They do get talking points and they all kind of march to that beat. Hattie, why is this bee so pressed? This has nothing to do with her, Joe. Anything and everything related to Harry, especially if you're referring to AL, she thinks it refers to her. Marshar, it was imperative that Harry accepted the award in the name of Invictus because that's who he is. That part, and people keep forgetting that. Like, was he supposed to come out and like have a sign over his face saying, Invictus games? It made no sense what that one person was saying. But anyway, let me finish reading your statement. He gives the glory to the soldiers who have had the greatest loss in service to their countries. Right. Right. Um, to hear him say to the presenters when they, presented the award to him, I need you to be here with me. I need you here. I'm paraphrasing if I got the words wrong, but he was like, I need you here with me. There's a lot to that because we know he doesn't like the spotlight, but it was about them. That was for them too. Some folks just want to get cussed out, I think. Anyway, Black Queen says, ha ha ha, they are mad that Harry got the award he deserves. I hope they choke on all that bile. Me too. The grave they dug for them, they've all the haters are falling into. Watch out. Especially when, there's no honor among haters and thieves and all that stuff. Let me keep on moving. Little Max, so wearing relics from the past, those silly robes and feathered hats is class. A laugh out loud. Little Mac, that part. So I do want to ask this question also. Why don't they update them stupid behind robes? Like, or even their uniforms. Your uniform looks like someone from the 1800s wore it, and you're still trying to wear it, with the new little gadgets on the front, because none of them that wear it served, so they don't deserve to even. T Mac, don't they realize that all these negative talk about Prince Harry is in reference to the Unroyals? Well, no, they don't. And they want to say something about Squad. And we have said this, and we will continue to say this. When you leave Harry and Meghan alone, choke on your vile, hateful craziness and quiet down, apologize, quiet down, then Sussex Squad will, take our places, still protecting and watching. Mm. They just don't realize it makes the ones over there look bad. Mm. Since now they want to, you know, Sway hasn't even taken the throne and he gonna ban somebody. Excuse you, but I thought that would be an act of parliament or something. Harry don't want to come back, especially to be under you, where you would have control of the Now he was living in Knockcott. You probably would Sway would have evicted him out of Knockcott, where he would have really had nowhere to go but to live probably in a room within one of their 30-room palaces. Anyway, let me get off that soapbox. Okay. Tiger says the Unroyals give themselves fake awards and plastic medals because nobody else will ever recognize them for anything except maybe if they're except maybe if there ever is a lazy award to give out. Well, ding ding ding. Hattie, what could Scammy know about speeches? She can barely speak and be understood. Hopefully Woot Woot is paying her. I mean, she's got money to sit back and relax. Mm, Maybe that's who's behind the appeal money. Just guessing. Cookies and cream. Let the miserable, hateful jackasses stay mad. Harry got his award, and there's isn't anything they can do about it. They just need to grin and bear it, Jill. They don't know what grinning is. They don't know what grinning is. So Tyr is saying, no name. The royals give out awards to themselves. They wear more medals than those who were in combat. That's the part right there. They take on commander roles, commander of this regiment or that. And Harry's the only one that served, and you stripped him of that. So, mhm. Hattie says, does Workshy realize that Harry doesn't want to go back to that ish? He knows deep down, he knows. It wouldn't even surprise me that Harry hasn't told him to flick off somewhere. Oh, T Mac Duty Woo Woo. It takes fact checking on social media to see the truth of the ESPY Awards show and don't have a rely. I'm not sure what you say. Don't have to rely on your lies. Yeah. The, come on. Woody Woot is just trying to get, and he probably has, many more subs than all of the Sussex channels, authentic Sussex channels put together. Yeah, I'm throwing shade. Anybody out there that claims to be watching? Okay. Minsky says no royal turned up today at Wimbledon for a wonderful women's final. Wow. But who was sitting in the box? Somebody had to. Well, then who gave out the award? I thought Okay, let me shut up. Because the cousin that, absent lady snatched it from being patron of. Yeah. Hattie says those poor kids are going to be so messed up. Well, messy. Let me see here. Sussex Love. Maybe in the divorce settlement, Kate gets to keep Charlotte and the little one, and the heir goes with Daddy Sway Shady. Maybe. It's just, excuse me if you heard that cough. It's just very strange, those headlines about them separating and the way they put things. They know they put it out there and they do it in their little way, but squaddies always pick up and are like, what the hell are you saying? Oh, that's what you're saying? Oh, okay. Elaine says apparently Kate is going to Wimbledon men's final tomorrow. Of course she is. Is Federer going to be there? Perhaps an invited guest. Tell her to keep her hands and mouth to herself, and y'all know what I'm referring to. Little Mac Are they talking about sending George to boarding school? I don't know. I mean, he would follow the same path as all others. Why wouldn't he? Off to school he goes. Ooh. Kim, the Prince of Pegging took $1 million to stay silent about the illegal information gathering. Why is Willie's job to keep Harry silent too? Was it Willie's job to keep Harry silent too? Oops. Yeah, it was. Remember, they wanted him. Well, anyway, they didn't want Harry to do any of it. Elaine says, "Don't understand at all." Yeah. Now I know that the media over there is Looney Toonies, but those headlines, there's some meaning behind those headlines, and then they mixed it up, and then they had other kids, and then this and that, and whoa, my gosh. VS speaks, it probably means George is going to boarding school. Well, then they need to clearly state. I mean, they're going to announce where they're going to school because they do it every year. They're going to tell if he's going to a different school. They have to have that so then they can. Well, I wonder if mom and dad are going to be there at the first day as he goes in, to classes or whatever. And it'd be, as you said, VS, shit. Thank you, GB News. Yes. I mean, that's really. All right. So y'all are questioning it too. I thought it was me. I'm like, I saw one headline, then I was like, okay, so y'all put out a different one. What are y'all doing here? But it must have been the drugs. Janine, is he going to boarding school? Good question. Marshar, Willie will keep George with him. And Kate will keep the spares with her, and the divorce is how I read it. I mean, the oldest is under the crown and will be protected by the crown. It would be sad to kind of split off the siblings, but it's just such an odd and wild way of their headlines, and seemed like the public would check them and be like, cut it out. Just cut it out. Lisa's saying maybe they're talking about boarding school. They love sending their kids away. Yes, but just say that to make it, they're going to go to, these two are going to London. They are young, so who are they going to London with? And why would she leave the countryside? Anyway, it just leads to more and more questions. Oh, Lord of mercy. Sonia, what are they saying? Oh, what they are saying is that the use of Mumble's female parts for the heir and spare is done. No more need for her. I'm guessing that's what it is. So I'm glad you all see that it was just very odd and yeah, craziness. Well, we're almost on 2 hours. Wow. Tear says Harry left 4 years ago. He's not coming back, so Willie could shove his band where the sun don't shine. Hazel says the first headline is about George not traveling with his father. Separate cars, planes, boats, but same destination. I mean, yes, at a certain point they will not be able to be traveling together. I get that part, but I mean, if he does the school drops every day, they're traveling together. Anyway, let me move on through this. So, Little Mac, Prince Harry said last year he has no intention of becoming Worker Royal again. They kind of said that when. Do we remember that waiting period? Once April came and there was going to be a year of a waiting period, and the royal family were going to give them a chance just to dip their toe in the water and see how things go. And then a couple of months later, Harry and Meghan were like, yeah, we're good. We're not, no need for a waiting period. And then the news broke that they bought a home, and the rest is history. Do we remember, or am I remembering it differently? At that moment, they were not going to be working royals when that announcement was made January 8th, 2020. Whew. All right. And who knew the world was going to go through such things like 2 months later? Ancestors were not pleased. Let me look through this. Black Queen. Elaine P. Wasn't she at the women's finals today? Oh, yeah. She need to flirt with another woman's husband. You better cut it out. Kim, something Fergie just made up. That woman been gone. How long? Right. Hmm. That part. So, I mean, TT Carter, I need you to behave yourself right now. Woo! Sway Shay and George will be moving in with Rose and his older brother. Y'all are on one. Ross, maybe spoofing the KP photo. Probably. It's probably, it just, I mean, I know what angle the person was taking. It was just like, really, y'all had to get that type of picture because there was hints of that picture not being authentic, and the photographer stood up and said, "Oh, let's not play those games." Okay, so speaking of photographer, since it brought to my recollection that there was a photo Chris Jackson, we know that name, took that showed it was the silhouette of Sway Sway. Now, I took it as because it was a white background and he was explaining how, it's a silhouette of him, blah, 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 against Scotland or Ireland sky. I don't know, whatever the backdrop they were at. I just said it was a perfect, um, it captured his inner darkness, basically. Picture's worth 1,000 words. That was saying, look at me, I'm gonna behave. Okay. Let me come on down. Um, those that may have joined late, you're gonna have if you replay, you'll hear his speech right before trash time got started because it was important given the lunacy that ensued in trash time. Grace is saying Charlotte and Louis are being separated from George because the men in gray suits are training him to become a jerk like his dad and Grampy. Well, he's already a little bit one. I'm just saying, because remember that story that was put out about him telling a classmate, you better watch out, my dad's going to be king one day? Let him come over here and drop him in certain cities and let him say that. Mm, okay. You're going to see what it brings. I'm not waiting. Oh, thank you, Ian. Not interested in Weighty Katie, absent lady. So couldn't care less if she resurfaces. Not for Wimbledon finals, which are today and tomorrow. Yeah. So I could care less. Um, I mean, maybe, hey, maybe some squaddies are. Who knows? But we know that was just to truly get engagement under his particular post, which I just laughed. I took a screenshot. I was like, sir, you are out of your mind. Let me see. Little Mac says Black Queen, according to Baron, she did a minute later. It's like the shot of Harry at the Beyonce concert, which shows him standing there, which is the only one the British media uses. Right. Who knows what was going on at that moment, but they captured it and was like, oh, he's not having a good time at all. Wrong. Sonia, can you imagine? Prince Harry's Nobel Peace Prize is next. Sure, can you imagine? First of all, can you imagine us as squaddies? But could you imagine the media over there and that over there? Boney says they used the Mary Tillman hoping Harry would decline the award, which makes no sense at all. Obviously, Harry, the way he addressed um, the founder of the Pat Tillman Foundation, there is a relationship of friendship there. So, because, all right, just saying. And I showed in one of the live streams not this past week, the week before, that Pat Tillman Foundation has been watching the Invictus games for a long, long, long time. So it's not some 2024, oh, look, Harry's been recognized. Ooh, what is this? They're talking about Invictus games next year. No, they've been following a long time. It is the Pat Tillman Award for Service. Harry has done all of that and then some. But we're going to celebrate, share, share, share. Yes, exactly. Watch The Hearts of Invictus if you have Netflix for everybody listening. If you have not watched it already, get your tissues ready. Okay. Mm. Black Queen Sonia, we should make the hashtag go viral. Hashtag Harry for the Nobel Peace Prize. Hashtag Harry for president. Sure. That latter one, yeah, people have already been talking about that. Hey Dana, how are you? The media will use whoever and whatever to continue the character assassination of Harry and Meghan, but service is universal, and Harry and Meghan will continue to shine their lights around the world. Exactly. And they better be careful because the kings that were in Nigeria and let that be known. Okay, just saying. Mhm. Jones says VSA are also too dumb to realize you don't break a Leo. Megan, right. And when they swat, when a Leo swats at you, gives you a little read, comes back at you, or just gives you a look, you know you have effed up. Okay. You rather us now if we're quiet for a reason, please. Just move on. Just run for the hills. Because the silence is not something sweet and thoughtful coming behind it, usually. Mm. Uh-oh. Alan's hit it again. Let me see. Alan, okay. First, thank you for the super sticker. Miss VS, what's your thoughts on Chuck buying a place in New York? Oh, did he? Using some of that money in the bags that he brought back from a certain country? Or some hush money that he got from Murdochian Empire? What are my thoughts? Well, okay. Let me play the song, and then I'll come back. I don't know if you really want to hear my thoughts. I'm on one right now. Okay, here we go.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me.
Okay, again, this I'll share my thoughts and then I'll go ahead and end the stream because we're almost at a 2-hour mark. So, my thoughts on Chuck buying a place in New York. His current wife doesn't like to travel. I'm sure she doesn't like the cold of New York, hustle and bustle. So why are you coming to New York? You establishing home here ain't gonna make you any well loved. Maybe you should see some of the designers on Fifth Avenue. Get a tailored made suit instead of the frumpy umpies that you wear. And get your sausage fingers looked after too, because there's really good doctors in New York. Okay, now. Oh, and maybe the wife will come and she can get a lift too. Ooh, okay. See y'all. Alan, why you ask some questions? Why you do that to me right at the end? I'm skipping a whole lot of comments. I'm just gonna go to the bottom because yeah. I just I'm putting up my comment that I starred early on. Harry's speech is one of the best, most genuine speeches I've ever heard. That was Tiger had dropped that, and so therefore I'm putting it up. Thank you all for joining. I hope you all remember to hit the thumbs up. I usually forget to remind you all to hit the thumbs up before you even close out. Share out the live stream if you're able to. I do hope that you all are well. Stay safe. Cookies and cream always says, stay hydrated. I'll say it as we always do, no bad energy, because Harry received an award that he is very much deserving of. It was in honor of the Invictus Games. If you haven't done research on it, first time hearing about it, if you've first time hearing Harry's speech, you've learned a little bit more about him. So take care, everybody. I'll see you around the respective YouTube halls I know you in. Love you all. Bye.